Brent Thill joins us right now. He's tech sector leader of software and internet research at Jefferies. Overall, Brent, I mean, this looked like a pretty good report here. Were you impressed by what you read?
Top line was 1% better. The bottom line was really impressive. So if you think about what you can control in a tougher environment, you can control the bottom line. The overall ad business was in line, YouTube in line, cloud in line. So it was nothing, again, no big shocker on the top. And I think the stock's fading a bit because of not a lot of upside on the top. But again, free cash flow really good on the bottom. And, as you know, Google doesn't guide. They don't really give you anything. They're the only tech company that really doesn't give you any color. So any clues on the call about the outlook, which they rarely ever give you. So I think we're all searching for what's actually going to happen in the overall environment. Because, again, it's been way too early for any of these tariffs or any of these potential concerns around the slowdown to catch up to tech yet. It'll most likely catch up in Q2 into Q3 as a delayed effect.
Well, so sort of two elements, though, coming into this earnings report, not just for Alphabet, but really for all the big tech companies, is partly, obviously, the ad side of the business, but also this idea of AI build-out and the CapEx spend and things like that. Let's start with the CapEx side of this, or AI, I should say, overall. Are you comfortable right now with what they've articulated on that side, and what do you want to hear from them on the call today?
We're really early in AI, and we just came off a Jefferies private internet and software conference where every major AI vendor was saying they're not seeing a slowdown. And so the question is, if something gets pushed, is it AI or is it non-AI? And what we're hearing is some of the non-AI components are getting pushed. Microsoft said that even in Q4 that AI was good and the other core workloads weren't as good. So we continue to see AI's front and center. Google just committed to $75 billion of CapEx spend just a couple of weeks ago at their conference. We think the rest of the industry is committed. And even if we went into a tough time, we believe that these companies would lean in and they wouldn't back off, because in the past downturn, everyone wanted more upside. Every CEO was like, we wish we would have spent more because we would have come on the other side of this with more market share. So at this point, I think we're super early, and we expect most of these companies to continue to stick to their CapEx plan. Microsoft's obviously clearly backed off a bit, but not in a major way.
What's the balance, though, as Alphabet sort of pushes deeper into integrating AI more into its products and services, and the idea that its primary business, or at least the one that we're all familiar with, the traditional Google search, there's been concern here about cannibalization of that, if not by Google itself, but certainly by its competitors.
Yeah, I mean, I think we as all consumers are using ChatGPT and Perplexity more. I use Google less, and I still have Google and I still go back to it. But I think there is a risk, and there's emerging new solutions that are really good that we're using to start our searches. I ultimately end back at Google because you can't transact and do the things you'd like on some of these other platforms. Give it time. I think ultimately that will happen. I think anyone that's used Perplexity understands how good the user interface is. When you want something summarized, it's way better than Google. Gemini is catching up, though, and what Google needs to do is figure out how do they fuse Gemini, search, and the rest of the AI portfolio along with all their hardware and make it seamless and easy. And every advertiser is saying this, that they haven't figured that out yet. So they have to put these pieces together. We think they can. Yeah. But it's going to take time. And again, the good news is they have competition. The good news is there are others that are coming after them. And again, many consumers are using more of these tools every day, and they're getting better, every day. So Google has to act quick.
All right, Brent, got to leave it there. Let you get back to work. Brent Thill, tech sector leader of software and internet research.